If you picked Elhain as your starter champion in a new Raid Shadow Legends account, this is how you're supposed to build her to be a total machine at campaign farming, AoE clearing, and in general being a very sturdy and beefy champion. Hello, my name is Midway, welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I'll let you know how you can actually build Elhain and how you're supposed to put her together to completely be a massive beast and just do, well, what we already mentioned, be a total campaign farmer, just have an easy time breezing through the levels so you can boost up your other champions, level them up and all that good stuff. That's what she's really going to be doing best, so let's get into it. Now, as already mentioned, the main usage of your Elhain, early on at least, is going to be to campaign farm a lot, so you can level up your food champions like I am doing right here. Now, my Elhain is not really properly built, and we are going to be addressing why that is in this video, as well as, of course, commenting on the best stats, gear, and such, but she's going to be just fine to clear this level, so we can get a run that's not too slow. And by the way, right now I'm using another campaign farmer in my team, that's why I didn't really put too much effort into her, because she's kind of getting phased out already of my teams. But for the first month of the game, she's definitely going to be your all champion, like your all be all, as she is going to be providing you with access to a lot of XP very easily. Now, what I really want to be doing in my Elhain that is not really happening right now is getting a lot more crit rate, right? She needs to be critting 100% of the time, ideally, as well as scaling that flat attack and attack percentage as high as possible, right? That ideally would be what's happening, so that she's going to be able to breeze through these sort of levels in about 30 seconds. That is sort of at the point where I am right now with my Alice, who is my campaign farmer. She's able to one-shot pretty much everything, so a run with her takes, I don't know, yeah, you can see like 14 seconds, right? So she's a little bit slow right now. Let's move on to her gearing so we can see what's wrong with her and how we could fix her. Freeze! Click the link in the description right now and get a free legendary Karato as well as 2 free epics as you level up. So here's what you need to do. First of all, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Then click the link in the description of this video and register a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial, and then go to your inbox and claim your first champ. You'll find Karato here as well as Tagoar and Uugo as you progress through the game. This is an amazing account starting rate, so click the link right now and follow the steps. And if you are a Legend of Mushroom player, I also got a special link down there in the description. Don't miss out on this offer, go ahead and check it out now. The ideal artifact set on Elhain looks something like this. You want to have some lifesteal, so she's going to be doing a lot of AoE damage, and she's mostly going to be solo farming the campaign stages, as well as any other form of content, but mostly the campaign stages. That lifesteal is going to be making her life totally, simply, straight up easy. She's going to be healing up basically all that she's going to be taking as damage with all the AoE damage she's going to be putting out. And then the speed is always going to be nice on her as we get more just attacks in there. It's going to be getting more turns more often. Things are going to be happening a little bit quicker, right? So with that out of the way, what stats do you want on her? She loves to be getting some attack percentage. As we mentioned, she's an attack champion, so she wants to be hitting as hard as possible. She also wants a lot of crit rate, right? So we do have a little bit of crit rate, but it's pretty damn low. But we do have a decent amount of crit damage, right? So it's like crit rate, crit damage, they all go kind of together. You want to be hitting those crit rates 100% of the time, right? So you are always doing a lot of extra damage, and there you go, you also want to be scaling that extra damage. And finally, with all that said, you want to be getting some flat attack if possible, as well as some speed, right? You want her to be offensive. You don't really care too much about her defenses. That's why you have a lifesteal set on her. She's going to be healing up pretty much everything back up just from her doing a lot of damage. So what problem do I have on my Elhain? Well, as I already mentioned, I got very terrible pieces like this one, for example, defense boots on an attack champion that's straight up doing nothing for me. The speed is a little bit okay, but then we have HP over here. I got a perfect change for this one. I actually have some very good boots that I just recently found. For example, this one's over here, I think they are. Yes, they are not able to be seen right now, but they are attack percentage on the main stat, speed and crit rate, right? They are straight up not leveled over there just yet. They are blue, but they are 5 stars. So we're going to be doing some switches on her gear. I just don't have the silver right now to be doing most of those changes. But the idea is that we are going to be increasing the crit rate to 100% at least. And then after that, we'll just try to scale up the attack percentage a little bit more if we can, get a little bit more speed, which is not too terrible, but we would like it to go a little bit higher. And after that, it's really just about the crit damage if we can get it any higher, although it is quite alright. Now, we didn't go through her kit, but of course, she's a rare champion, so you are going to be easily getting getting all her skills up to max level. Now, if you so happen to pick Elhain, I'm sure you already kind of know what she does, but let's just take a little bit of a look at it, right? Her A1 is going to be a simple attack, placing an extra hit if the attack is critical, right? That's why you always want to have 100% critical. You're going to be able to get a double hit every single time guaranteed out of this. Just leveling it up is going to be doing a little bit more damage. Then her bread and butter is going to be her lightning arrow, attacking one enemy and then attacking all enemies, right? It's a double hit, having a 50% extra chance of inflicting a critical hit. So it's just going to be pretty much guaranteed because you already want 100%. But if you go to, what is it, 85%, it's already going to be a guaranteed crit anyways. Then placing a 30% increased crit rate buff on herself for 3 turns if the champion is skilled, meaning that you don't really need to go to 100% crit rate again if you get this buff on you, but all in all, you might as well just get it. She's gonna be doing a lot of extra damage out of those crits. You want to always be landing the crits, and this skill in particular has some additions to it that makes it have more crits, or rather crit chance in general, but all in all, that's not gonna happen for everything. For example, Valley of Death doesn't have any crit rate buffs on it. I mean, you can benefit out of the lightning arrow and set up the AI so that like it always goes first, but all in all, yeah, I mean, you'd rather just try and get that crit rate at least to like 70-80%, I would say, because otherwise, if you like start a campaign run farm with a lightning arrow, you're gonna be killing somebody most likely, so then you're gonna be getting that 100% crit rate right after that. Ideally, you would want it at least to 85%, right, so that the lightning arrow always crits, and then after that, you're gonna be having the guaranteed crit rate. But of course, the buffs do get cleared in between stages, right? So you go to like round number 2 and you don't have the buff, you are no longer at 100% crit rate. You're gonna be opening up with the Valley of Death, which is gonna be doing an insane amount of AoE damage, but it's not gonna be guaranteed crit, right? So all in all, just want to be getting that crit to 100% if possible. That's really what is gonna be best. Then you're gonna be having an all ally HP is gonna be increased in battles by 15%. It's not a very powerful aura, but all in all, she's gonna be healing up a lot of that, so the bigger the HP pool, the better for overall her survivability. But yeah, nothing too crazy on the aura. Her mastery should be looking like this. Is the best kind of setup for the in general campaign farming, boss clearing, just like doing the clan boss in general as well. She is kind of just going to be liking a lot of this setup, a little bit of the defense going on, as well as of course a war master setup, and just in general, yeah, just copy this. It's what's really recommended out there. Yeah, I haven't really seen a support tree being applied, and a little bit of maybe some changes on the defense tree, maybe going for tough skin versus defiant, but in general, this is the all-rounded, most used campaign clearing kind of tree. For her blessings, we're going to be going all the way with Phantom Touch, no matter what the soul level is going to be. It's going to be the best on her, having a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever this champion hits enemy targets. When hitting multiple targets at once, only one champion will receive the bonus damage, right? So this is going to be scaling up. The chance of inflicting the bonus damage is going to be scaling up with the soul level, of course, and that's really pretty much the only change until you get to 6 stars, which I'm not too sure you're probably not gonna get there with that Elhain. I mean, it's probably not a worthwhile investment, but if you do get the soul, you might as well use it. But that's just gonna be adding a chance of inflicting a second instance of bonus damage, right? That's just what you want out of her. A little bit of extra hits here and there, so she's gonna be a pretty big damage beast. And that is how you build an Elhain. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, a little bit of attack percentage, crit damage, crit rate, and then speed, right? Just look for that, get a lifesteal set going on, get a speed set going on, and that's pretty much your set in stone, right? Just get her to level 60 as soon as possible, right? She's supposed to be your first champion if you did pick her up as your starter champion. If you didn't pick Kale for whatever reason, then, well, just go ahead, get her to level 60 as soon as possible, and then use her for the campaign farming. She's also going to be pretty damn good for the clan boss in particular, but you gotta really make a good job, unlike I did there with my building it early on when I didn't really know better, right? So take this, all these recommendations and apply them to your Elhain, and I'm sure she's gonna be kicking some nice ass. All in all, a very simple and easy champion to build. It's what it's kind of meant to be, right? It's supposed to be your first champion and the strongest champion early on you're gonna be getting. So yeah, it's nothing too complicated, and getting access to all her gear like the lifesteal set and the speed set is gonna be coming pretty damn easily from the Fire Knight as well as the Dragon dragon, right? You can have access to those particular tier sets here easily. Actually, it's basically all going to be coming from the dragon's lair, isn't it? Yeah, the life still over here as well as the speed. So you just need to be farming a little bit of dragon, and then you're going to be getting a lot of what you need to actually get her up and running. But that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, and before you go ahead and check out Aptoide. If you haven't done so yet, you're going to be getting massive bonuses that can go from extra 10% of any amount of money you're spending all the way up to extra 35% of that money. So picture that you're going to be trying to buy a pack, like for example this ancient shard pack, and when you do so, if you do so through Aptoide, you're going to be getting that bonus that can go, as we mentioned, all the way up to 35%. So right now, with the current bonus that I have unlocked, I will be getting a bonus of €7.20, right? So if you're going to be doing any purchases anyways, you might as well do so through Aptoide, right? You're going to be accumulating those bonuses, and once you do have enough of those, you can go ahead and use them instead of your actual money to do the purchases for you. So you're getting more value for your money, saving up money in future purchases, and all in all, it's just a very good deal with no drawbacks. If you go ahead and use my code on the Aptoide wallet, you're also going to be getting an extra 5% bonus from the get-go flat just forever. So go ahead and get that done. Also, it's going to be helping me out a lot. If you want to know how to set this up, it's going to be a link down there in the description, as well as, yeah, I'll just ask away down in the description, or rather in the comment section, and I'll try to answer it to you. But it's only going to be working on Android devices, like for example your Android phone, as well as Android emulators like I am using, BlueStacks, right? So get that going, and definitely you're going to be grateful once you do your purchase as regular, and you can see that the value of your money just like skyrocketed, right? Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. See ya.